That's it. A complete game for Logan Webb as the Giants hang in there. They beat the Padres. How about that?
The Morning Roast is live on YouTube right now. Take it away, Bonte.
What's up, Steph? I'll see you next Monday for Media Day. We'll get into Steve Kerr and Mike Dunleavy Jr. A lot was said. 6 starters, contract extensions. I heard Jill Shasky this morning on the crossover. Watch sweep and change it with the Giants. We got Steve, and he said this, and I totally agree. Steve Kerr's got 4 championships. He don't even have a contract extension yet. Joe Lakem's like, you going to play the young guys? You going to get Kuminga involved? How's the season going to play out?
And a part of me understands both sides of
Right.
Kerr, like, what the heck? And then
Right.
also, like, I can kind of see Joe Lakem's point of view.
I understand it. That's what the great teams do. The great organizations do. It's how we do business. The Giants, yes, they need to clean house. That's not a... Farhan, I told you guys this before the season, and it's my problem with Giants fans. Last segment, by the way, is brought to you by Golden State Lumber, serving the Bay Area for 3 generations. When you succeed, we succeed. Visit GoldenStateLumber.com. There's all these pieces now coming out from Andrew Bagley, Susan Slusser, and I respect all their work. Andrew Bagley from The Athletic, Susan Slusser from the San Francisco Chronicle. I want to say on the front end, I respect all their work.
Okay.
Tom Verducci, and I'm not the biggest fan, but I respect his work. I respect how he got to where he got to. All these pieces now coming out about the style of play, about, the attached emotion from the fan base. John Shea coming out talking about the attendance, 17th in Major League Baseball this year, the Giants. And, I was on record before the season saying I'm not spending a dime with this team. Now, I got some free tickets and maybe I bought some food, but I didn't spend a dime on tickets.
I love you.
I've been to 2 Giants games.
Yeah.
You know how many people have come up to me throughout the course of the season saying, Bonte, I'm riding with you. I haven't gone to 1 Giants game yet. You know how many texts I've seen on the Comcast business text line saying, I usually go to 20 games a year. I've been to 1. I got people telling me they've said no to free tickets this year because they won't support the product on the field. Now, a lot of people say, well, Bonte, they were winning. You need to be positive. I was not positive one day this year about the Giants, and I apologize about that. We should probably be a little more positive about them and be a little more open-minded, and I tried.
But do you
I tried to be open-minded about them.
But do you, this goes back to, do you want soft serve BS, or do you
Right.
want people to give you their real opinions?
Do you want the truth?
Yeah.
And I said this for over the last 15 months. Why do we hold the Warriors and Niners to a different standard than the Giants? This is a championship culture. I want everybody to know this now. New York, Chicago, L.A., Boston, D.C., the Bay Area is right there.
Well, Chicago hasn't won anything.
And they haven't won anything. So
in a long time.
And D.C. hasn't won anything in a long time.
That's a
They
good
got
point.
the 1 championship with the Nationals. Orioles haven't done much.
I would
in
throw
recent
Miami
years.
into that now.
Okay.
Because I respect the Heat that
I
much.
respect the Heat.
Yeah, Boston.
But really, we're above them.
I agree.
We've got more championships in Boston.
I agree.
We've got more championships in New York.
I agree.
We're right there with L.A. Right? We're in that market of title or bust. We play for big stakes here. We're a big boy market now. Why do we hold the Giants to this? I remember, I never go back. I can never forget the first show of a year when it came to the Giants and the Yankees. And I came in here and I said, guys, I'm sorry. I just can't get excited about this lineup. I can't get excited about this team. We're playing at Yankee Stadium, and you make a trade for Max Beatty, and all of a sudden they tell Case Schmidt, who is the player of spring training, won the award for being the best player in spring training, and you send him down. You send him down when you had the great opportunity to say, you know what? Hey, Giants fans, we are trotting out youngsters. We are showing you, hey, here's a glimpse of our farm system. We got hope. It's all going to be about the farm, blah, blah, blah. We're going to commit to it. Let the young man play at Yankee Stadium. Let the guy rub the monument of Babe Ruth and Lou Gehrig. Just let him go out there. Instead, you trade for Matt Beatty on that day and send him down. And I was done. And I said it. I'm going to be on Farhan's ass all year. And I watched him from afar. And I watched the way they used the pitchers. I watched the way they used the platoon. And what did we say midway through the year? We even asked Flynn this. Hey, is there something to driving to the ballpark, not knowing what your role's going to be? And a lot of people said, they're big boys. They know the drill. And all of a sudden last week, pieces are coming out saying, yeah, players are not happy because when they're driving to the park, it messes with their confidence because they don't know if they're playing.
What about free agent pitching now? Free agent pitchers might not want to come here because they don't know what their role's going to be. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Oh, well, the Morning Roast has been saying this for 15, 16 months.
It's kind of incredible, isn't
It's
it?
incredible how everything's. So I want, when we think about some of the big things happening, the roast, we get a lot of heat for a lot of things. These guys yell, they're irrational, they're fanboys, they're homers. But you better add in, they were right about the San Francisco Giants and the way they operate. We've been all over their ass. And now people want to see sweeping changes.
Well, here's what I don't understand.
Pretty interesting, Shasky. I want our credit.
You and I agree. Farhan's the one dictating essentially what the lineups are going to be, right?
Yep.
So if you swap out Gabe Kapler, how is it any different? Either you're in or out on Farhan is where I'm going.
Deal. It's a package
exactly.
deal.
I actually think Kapler has done more than Farhan in terms of impacting winning. And even then, it's not enough.
It's not enough.
To me, it's just not good enough. It's very simple. It's
The
just
lack of
not good
commitment
enough.
to Luciano, the lack of commitment to Matos, and then I'm hearing Gabe Kapler talk about, well, Matos needs to get a little more physical. We need him to play better in center field. What about your veterans? What about Yastrzemski? What about Slater? What about Jock Peterson, the guy you're paying $20 million to who can't play left field? Just put out a tape at Wrigley Field and watch him play, try to catch a pop-up.
Our buddy Steven Risotto puts out a tweet yesterday that he has some insight that Conforto's going to opt out. Hallelujah.
Oh, wow. That tells you how bad this organization is. There's $18 million sitting on the table for Conforto. He's like, yeah, I'm good. I got to get the hell out of here.
Can you take Mania with him?
Nah, they know they're getting their 15.
I mean, this is very simple to me. It's not good enough. I'm not even going to lose my mind. And when Logan Webb, who doesn't talk a lot, when Logan Webb's the one saying, like, we need some sweeping changes, that is powerful.
Yep.
Think about it. What's the most, charismatic thing Logan Webb has ever done or said? And I love the guy. He's a very good player. He's a hard hat guy.
That contract is going to age well.
This
5
is
years,
like an
$90 million.
offensive lineman saying something.
Yep.
Would you agree?
Absolutely.
This is like an offensive lineman. To me, this is very simple. It's not good enough. It's just not good enough. We have rejected this brand. You know, it's something I think about, like the Lakers. Think about the Lakers brand, okay? When you talk about the Lakers, it has to be star-driven. That's what their fan base craves. Would you agree?
Absolutely.
The Baltimore Ravens have to be blue collar.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
The
Bruisers.
Chicago Bears, they've been talking about quarterback forever.
Right.
Chicago Bears need to be a defensive first
Right.
organization.
And run
That's
the
what their
ball.
fan base
Yeah,
desires.
no doubt.
Right?
No
like
doubt.
it's what they desire.
Yep.
New England, they got to be frosty and they got to be angry and it's got to be their way, right? And they've got to be
It's gotta be
understated.
nasty.
You know,
Yep.
they don't even like Jaylen Brown. You know why? Because he kind of talks a little too
Right,
much.
right.
There's a certain player that gravitates. South Beach, what do they want? Glitz and glamour.
Glitz and glamour.
That's why
Stars.
Tyreek Hill fits perfect there.
Exactly.
He's flashy.
And Tua
Exactly.
Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle. They got some stars down there. They fits the South Beach vibe.
Think about what the 49ers are giving to their fan base right now. Superstars.
Right.
In your face, blend of offense and defense. Superstars. Think about what the Warriors are right now.
Superstars.
Superstars. Then look at the Giants. And you tell me why it doesn't resonate with this fan base.
I mean, and the fact is that people looked at you, Shasky, they looked at me, and they said, you guys don't know what you're talking about. They're winning.
I mean, come on.
They're winning. What is going to satisfy you guys? You're in love with stars, blah, blah, blah. And people want to point to Aaron Judge in a down year he's having or Carlos Correa in a down year he's having. The fact is nobody wants to take your money because they don't like your style of play. You got Alex Wood speaking out on you. You got Ross Stripley talking about phantom ILs, right?
But
And then for the love of God, they've had, it feels like 17 meetings in the last month and a half.
Well, I'm glad you brought this
Ron
up.
Wotus out of nowhere is talking to the team, a consultant.
I'm glad you brought that up because it's well documented. This is from Danny Emmerman. He covers the team for the other station. It's well documented that Farhan Zaidi called a team meeting earlier this month and that several people, including Ron Wotus, spoke up.
Yep.
Gabe Kapler, who prefers one-on-one conversations,
Yeah.
which dude, you
Which is
addressed
really
the team
weird.
as a whole, bro.
Yeah.
Didn't address the team in that setting. I think it's good to have a lot of voices, Gabe Kapler said.
Yeah.
When we are calling on Ron Wotus to come off the pre- and post-game set to address the team,
It's problematic.
Andre Nicotina thinks you have situation critical.
What did Chuck Pagano say on the Pat McAfee show?
Yeah.
Players only meetings. When the players only meeting gets called, he called the wife, said, "Hey, babe, we got good news and bad news. Good news is they're calling the players only meeting. Bad news is you're going to have to sell the house because we're basically done.
Here's what I would say. Charles Johnson, Greg Johnson, whoever the hell of these Johnsons is running the Giants, put your big boy pants on, make a decision, and you need to take back your organization. Or it's very simple. Sell the team to somebody who will operate it like a big boy franchise.
Or sit there and watch your attendance drop into the 20s.
Well, no, that's unacceptable to me.
Well,
To me, it's unacceptable.
it is unacceptable. It's coming up.